Hello, my name is Colleen Meagle. I am a Texas licensed attorney, and today I'm going to talk about vendor contracts just a little bit. And the word vendor is a very generic term. This can be called many different names, but ultimately, what I'm going to be talking about today are payment terms, right? And what an SOW is. So, let's go over the two main pieces of one of these types of contracts. Is you're going to have the underlying piece of the contract, right, which is actually going to say maybe agreement at the top. Again, very generic terms and conditions that may be involved in um, the inner workings between the two parties. And then if they know that there's going to be recurring business between the two parties that might be on a project basis, what they're going to do is reference an SOW, aka a statement of work. And that statement of work is going to be different on a project by project basis. What you don't want to do is have different payment terms. If you, let's say you are the vendor, you don't really want some big company paying you different payment terms every time. There's really hard to get steady cash flow that way, and it means that each project has a different amount of risk associated with it. So that would definitely be something to be looking really closely at. But one of the big no-nos that I see are companies deciding that they can just run off of an SOW by itself. And that can be very costly mistake. An SOW is not meant to be a standalone document. An SOW needs to be affiliated or paired with an actual contract. This is considered best practice. However, we see it very frequently. We'll see an SOW that's just kind of a standalone SOW. What that really means are the parties are not filling in the rest of the terms of the agreement. So maybe their course of dealings will help them out if they do a lot of business with this particular party. But if they don't really do a lot of business with that party on a regular basis where someone can show a course of dealing, they're putting themselves in a really interesting position because you have a statement of work that's going to fill in, some of the holes, but they're not going to fill in all of the holes that need to be filled in order to have a contract. In fact, you may even have an SOW that's so scantily detailed that you don't even have payment terms or obligations to pay actually even within the SOW itself. And then you go to try to collect on that SOW and you find out, oh my gosh, this is all the documentation I have, and this may or may not be enough to sue the other party on, right? And so it's very important that you get these things papered correctly. Otherwise, you could end up in a precarious situation and left holding the bag on another party who's not paying. So, if you have any questions, please feel free to reach out to me. My contact information is below.